Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support and always coming back to watch my video. I appreciate you guys. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, you are welcome and thank you so much for clicking in. Please don't forget to on your notification bell to be the first to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So in today's video, I'll be teaching how to make a line flare dress with a high-low ruffle sleeves, and it's beginners friendly. So please, if this is what you like to learn, keep on watching to the end of the video. Thank you. So I'm using 4 yards of fabric, 4 yards by 60 inches. And I'm using this beautiful fabric, as you can see. And I'm sewing for a plus size person. So this client doesn't want the flare to be so full. So I'm not folding it exactly like triangle. I'm folding it in this angle. Because the more you angle it towards this side, the more flare you will get. So the best thing is, I'm not going to angle it too much to this side. So I just leave it like this, how it is. So we are going to start with the front piece. I'm going to cut the front piece and then use the front to cut the second piece, that's the back piece. Then we start our measurement. So this is the center front and then this is the side. The next thing to do, guys, I'm going to mark a line here like this to be my starting line. Make sure that when you fold it this way, you make sure that you get 1/4 of your bust measurement and 2 inches allowance. The bust I'm using is 45 inches divided by 4 is 11.2. So I need to get about 13.5 here. Exactly, that's what I got here. So it's enough. So I'll be drawing a straight line here. The next thing to do is to mark the length of the dress. And the length is 47 inches. I'm making it 48.5 inches. 1 inch for the hemming and then 1/2 inch for joining on the shoulder. So I'm going to mark the 48 inches across, starting from the starting line I marked here. And you connect the lines. So I'm going to cut it out. I've cut the front down and I'm going to use this front piece to cut the back piece before imputing our body measurements. So let me just do that. So I've folded the 4 pieces. This is 2 pieces, this is 2 pieces, 1 for the front, 1 for the back. So this is folded into 4. And this is the center front and the center back. And this is the side. This is already the length of the dress. So the next thing to do is to start with the horizontal measurement. I'm starting from the shoulder line. This is our shoulder line. So the first thing to do is to mark half of the shoulder measurement I'm working with. Because I'm sewing for a plus size person, her shoulder is 19 inches. Divided by 2 is 9.5. So I mark 9.5 here for half of the shoulder measurement. And on this 9.5 on the shoulder, I come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Next, I'll be creating the neckline. I'm taking 4 inches for the neck width and then 4 inches for the neck depth. That's for the front. So I'm going to mark 4 inches here and then connect the line. So next I'll be creating the neck curve. So this is the front neck. So I'm using my curved ruler to create the neck curve. Then on the back neck, I'll be taking the same neck width, but for the back neck, I'll be coming down 1 inch for the neck depth, because the neck depth for the back is going to have an open slit at the back and a button, and I'm connecting with my curve ruler. From the neck point, I connect to the shoulder slope. On the shoulder slope line, I'll be coming down 8.5 inches for the armhole depth, and I mark it with a straight ruler. So I connect it like so. So this is now my chest line, and it also serves as my bust line. So on this line, I'll be marking quarter of the bust measurements, and the bust circumference I'm using is 45 inches divided by 4 is 11.2 inches, plus 1 inch ease and then 1 inch sewing allowance. In all, it's 13.2 inches I marked here. So on this bust points, you'll be connecting the line straight to meet the hemline. And if you want a little bit of shape, not to be that straight, you can curve it inside a little bit whilst drawing the line to the hemline. So I'll use my long ruler to do that. Before creating the armhole curve, I'll be marking half an inch on the shoulder for the joining allowance. So let me connect this line first, then add half an inch. So now to create the armhole curve, on this second line, you'll be measuring what you have here and divide it by 2. So here is 8.5 divided by 2 is 4.2. Then on this 4.2, which is the midpoint of the armhole depth, you'll be coming in half an inch for the front armhole, because the front armhole is a bit deeper than the back armhole. So we'll be creating the front armhole. But let me use this curve ruler. This is our front armhole curve. Then to create the back armhole, you connect from the center. Let me mark the center. You connect from this center point to meet the armhole curve here. So I'm using my curve ruler to connect from the midpoint to the bust line. This is our front armhole curve, and this is our back armhole curve. So the next thing to do is to cut it out. So first of all, I'll be cutting the back neckline first before cutting the front neckline. So let me cut the back first, and then cut it through the armhole to the hemline. So next I'll be cutting the front neckline. So the back neckline, I'll be marking 6 inches from this point for the back slit, because I'm going to add a button at the back, and the back will be open. So I'm going to cut this straight to meet this point here. And next, I'll be taking the front piece out and cut out the front armhole. You see, the front armhole is deeper than the back armhole. So I take the back piece out and cut the front armhole. Our back and front pieces are ready. This is the front piece, and this is the back. I'll be cutting facing for the back and then facing for the front. So now let's put the pieces aside and cut the sleeves. Now I have my basic sleeve pattern cut down already, as you can see on the table, and I'm going to cut 2 pieces for each sleeve, the main sleeve and then the lining. And I'm using the same fabric for the lining. This is the wrong side and this is the good side, and it's going to be a high-low ruffle sleeves. So if you want to know how to cut this basic sleeve pattern, I'll be dropping the link down below so that you can go and watch it. So to create your high-low ruffle sleeves, I'm using 21 inches for the sleeve length, and I'm taking out 5 inches for the ruffles. So I minus the 5 inches from 21 inches, so I got 16. 16 here, I cut 17 inches because I'm going to use half for joining the sleeve to the body of the dress, and then half to join the ruffles. So I've already cut out the facing for the body of the dress. So I'm going to take it to my machine and sew the facings, and then after join the side of the dress, join both sides together. This is the back and then this is the front of the dress. So I'm going to sew the facing on the front of the dress and then join the sides together, and then come back and show you the next step. So this is our dress. I've attached the facing, and also at the back I've put a hook, a small hook, to put just a small button at the back. This is how the back look like with the slit at the back, and then I'll just add one small button at the back. You see how the down part is spread? This is it. So the next thing is the sleeves. I'll fit it on the main dress and also attach a small button at the back, then come and show you the finishing look. So guys, this is the final look of our A-line circle thread dress with the ruffle sleeves. You see how beautiful it look? This is how the sleeve look. You see the ruffles drapes well. So guys, thank you for watching. Please, if you find this video interesting and helpful and useful, please don't forget to give it a good thumbs up, share to your friends and family, and also don't forget to leave a comment. Please, I need your comment. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Please subscribe. I love you all. See you in my next video. Bye.